That's why I have all my main characters on Laurelin from the old Codemaster EU servers years and years and years ago. That's what I did, Nookie. I literally just rolled a 1-month sub. It's originally what I did is I published that video, which was literally just me talking about Lord of the Rings Online, and it did so much traffic. I would be stupid not to sub up for a month and make more LotRO content, because there's people who have a hunger for it right now. So I just paid for a month. But I told everybody today during the No Man's Sky stream, the current plan, and I was saying this earlier, my plan is to just run this till the sub's out, and if I'm still seeing good traffic on the videos and stuff, then we'll sub up for another month, go again. Ain't nothing wrong with spending 15 bucks on something. Same price you'd spend on a movie ticket. Oh, hell, a meal out these days you can't even do for less than 15 bucks. It absolutely is worth it, but there's a bunch of videos in the playlist below, CC Felton, talking about the Legendary server. You can check out for yourself before you make an investment. Nookie says, I've never played before. What would be a good server? One of the new servers, one of the Legendary servers. They're using the new 64-bit tech, which means no lag. And it's got the low-level population. Everybody's in the same economic standpoint. There's no high-end rating going on, because there is no high-end. Everything's capped at level 50. And they're slowly releasing expansions over time. There's 2 of them. One is called Angmar, which is the one I'm on. The other one is Mordor, which is the European server. They do require a subscription to access, otherwise there are free-to-play servers. If you just want to try it out for shits and giggles. Free servers are great, but they are old tech and can sometimes be somewhat laggy. It's not a big deal. It's an annoyance, not a hindrance, but just something to be aware of. It doesn't matter how good of a rig you have. The free-to-play servers lag a little bit from time to time. Oliver says, as a newbie, I think the Legendary Sturdy start the base game with no expansions. Nice. I'm not overloaded with stuff at the start. Correct. And there's actually people to, if you want to, there are people to group with doing the low-level content. But they've also got a matchmaking system now, and the game is designed to be solo played, so you don't have to rely on anybody if you don't want to. Group content's all optional.
That is a vile little flower.
Alexander Zach says, will the Legendary servers at some point catch up? I mean, if they run them for years, yes, but you have to think the current servers, geez, I don't know how many they've done. It's been out for 17 years, so they've done at least 15, like 14 or 15 expansions over the years, I think. I could be wrong on that, but they've done a lot. Thanks for the subscription over on Prime, XTFSX Soldier. Appreciate the support. Usually, from what I've seen in the past, the Legendary servers get 3 to 4 years before the population dwindles off to the point where they merge it with something else. So I mean, 3 to 4 years is a really good time investment to put into an MMO. And your characters don't go away; they just get merged onto another server at some point down the road. I don't know how far I remember at one point they were talking about one of the servers had gotten all the way to Mordor, I think, over the course of several years. Which I think Mordor was like year 12, something like that, 12 years into their original release schedule, and I don't know how many years it took them to get there on the first Legendary server. I think it was called a Nar or a Nor. Mike Desmarais says Standing Stones releasing these new servers is what we bring back. It was too overwhelming to start on the live servers. There's a lot on the live servers, yeah. For sure.
Red
Might you spare a
flowers,
moment of your
leaving a
time?
trail of blood through the snow.
Explore the gate at the Silver Deep Mines courtyard. You can also play music in this game if you ever go that route, and woodworkers can make musical instruments. There is a system where you can actually plug in chords and write music. There's music festivals on servers like Landroble. They have the what is it called? Weatherstock? Weatherstock. It's called Weatherstock, I think. Like Woodstock, only Weatherstock. That's once a year. All the bands get together and have a lot of fun, jam out. Aries says they usually go on a 6-month cycle and slowly launch EXP so players can complete the deeds. Last one I played too, we got to 130 on Anor. Yeah, Arnor was the first one. That was like the big first one. It's a good game for sure, Soldier. Correct, Alexander. You can keep your character so it won't be a time waste. Yep. Oh, where's the next one? Usually I can see him. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I forgot to turn on the turn up. Advanced graphics. No, that's all ultra high. I wonder how I didn't see that. After the escape backup says currently patching LotRO now. Played the heck out of Star Wars Republic. I'm a huge fan of the books. Really excited to start once it finishes. Hope I like it. You should. It's a little slower paced than Star Wars Republic, and it doesn't have all of the cinematic narration and stuff like that. But it's still the same basic principle. Tab targeting. Lots of quests. There's the main quests. There's your class quests. There's like zone quests.
Look what the Dour Hands have
All right,
done to
gives
the
me a
Princess
cloak.
Gorm, the steward appointed by Thorin before he left.
Talk to Gorman Darsmith, steward of Thorn's Hall, and find out why he's grown silent over the years. What's up, Jam? Glad to catch you live. Slowly starting LotRO after being randomly recommended your videos. Watched a bunch of them. Well, that's a good thing. The algorithm's doing its job. Welcome aboard.
Have you come to pay your respects at Skogrim's tomb?
Skorgrim was an enemy to your people. Why should I talk to you?
No one is to gain admittance to Skogrim's
You've
tomb.
come here for nothing. It's sacred ground, and only descendants of Skorgrim have leave to enter. You're welcome to pay your respects to our fallen king at his shrine. He was a great king, after all, and deserves tribute, was he not, elf? A little bit of a jab. This guy's got a secondary quest we can do.
Pay your respects to Skogrim.
Alright. Sure. Collect some black stones at the ritual site. Is that through this door? Rock Belly Pit. Yeah! Get into the pit, baby. Probablazer says I gotta start putting an alarm when I put stuff in the... So I had to graduate to a whistling teapot specifically for that reason. So what I used to do when I made tea and coffee was just, because I use a French press for everything, I would just boil water in a pot. Well, I'm really bad about going into the kitchen, enjoying a little bit of self-medication, starting the stove, getting the water on, coming into the office, and then forgetting about the water. And suddenly my wife's knocking at the door going, hey, did you know the water's still going on the stove? How long's that been on? I'm like, I don't know. So the whistling tea kettle has been like the best thing that I ever got, because I can't ignore it. It's like I can hear it through the headset. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. I hear that thing whistling, and it's like, whoop, got coffee or tea ready to go. Blessed be the algorithm for granting us the knowledge of the Renfail. Nice. Stargum says you've played LotRO for a long time over on Twitch. Do you sub, or did you do a lifetime sub when it was available long ago? No, I just sub up when I play. Traditionally, I have 2 accounts. I was too busy traveling when the lifetime sub came out, so I didn't get a chance to do it. So what I've done over the years, traditionally, this is one of the times I've done it, traditionally, I just come in with my brother, usually during the winter months, like October, November, December, January, something like that, when he doesn't, he has a cattle ranch, so he can't be doing really a lot outside when the weather's bad. So in the winter, he and I tend to play games together, and I've played this since launch. This was the first MMORPG he ever played. I got him into this, then I got him into Star Wars: Red Republic, and he and I usually alternate. So one year we'll do LotRO, the next year we do Star Wars: Red Republic, like that. And we've done that since going back to like 2010, I think is when he started playing with me. So whenever we do that, usually what I'll do is I come in and I throw down a 3-month sub, because you get a discount for 3 months. Same thing with Star Wars: Red Republic. You prepay for 3 months, you get a discount, because I know I'm going to play at least 3 months with my brother. Sometimes I keep going when he has to move on to other things. Like, I think the last time we played, I kept going for like another 6 months because I was doing the Lore Master, and this is a couple years back, after my channel had gotten modded. I think 2022 was when I did this. And I rolled through most of 2022, and I took my Lore Master from scratch, like level 0, all the way to like 105, 106, and he's outside of Minas Tirith and Osgiliath. And I live streamed every single one of those sessions. But traditionally it's 3 months, go away for a year, year and a half, come back another 3 months. Same thing with Star Wars: Red Republic. Last year was Star Wars: Red Republic. I wasn't planning on doing either one of these this year. And this time when I made the decision to sub up to try the Legendary, I literally only just did 1 month, because I was like, we'll do 1 month, we'll see how the traffic is after a month. If everyone's still excited and wants to see more of my ugly mug, we'll keep doing a couple times a week or something in the evenings. But I got a lot of irons in the fire right now, because there's a bunch of other games that I'm main right now, so this is just it's supposed to only be a Monday night thing, but I do like the game, and I had an hour and a half free tonight while Chris is outside butchering chickens, so you got me on an extra night tonight. Otherwise, Monday nights are LotRO, Wednesday nights are World of Warcraft, Saturday nights are World of Warcraft, and then the main streams happen every day at 11 a.m. Central on YouTube and Twitch. We're doing No Man's Sky right now. We're going to be switching over to Star Wars Outlaws very shortly. Then Space Marine 2. We're waiting on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle launch date. Shattered Space DLC launch date. We've got Dragon Age Veilguard launch date today. If you haven't watched my reaction video to the launch trailer, don't forget to check that out, because we're going to play the shit out of Dragon Age Veilguard. Cannot wait! That's October 31st. Stalker 2 is going to be November 20th. Yeah. Lots of stuff happening, so follow along in both places. And if you're watching on Twitch right now, YouTube is where the day-to-day stuff happens outside of the streams. So all my reaction videos, movie reviews, TV show reviews, other stuff, all the discussions things. We do daily videos from 6 a.m. Central to 10 p.m. Central, every hour on the hour. That's my plug. Don't forget the Patreon, Discord, all the socials. The graphics are a little outdated, for sure. It's a 17-year-old game. Nookie said, made a dwarf captain. Dwarf captains are a lot of fun. Captain's a little slow. Consider it like kind of like a paladin with a pet companion. The DPS is not great, but they are an awesome utility class to play in groups. The captain is. After the escape says Star Wars Old Republic was my jam. How is it going from Star Wars Old Republic? Honestly, as long as you love the franchises, it's not that big of a difference. The big thing here is like there's no cinematic storytelling like there's in Star Wars Republic. So Star Wars Republic has everything is voiced. You get cutscenes. You don't get that. Not in the base game. As you get into like the further expansions, this team did start to add cutscenes to the game. I mean, Lord of the Rings Online came along 5 years later, so it had quite a bit of a technological leap in comparison to this game. So Star Wars: The Republic, to me, feels much more modern than this game, and Star Wars: The Republic has done a better job of upgrading their tech over the years with things like, you know, the modern matchmaking system and the way. So this will feel a little slower and it'll feel a little more archaic, if that makes sense, in comparison to Star Wars: The Republic. But story-wise, if you love good story, you're gonna feel right at home, because this is based on the books, so it's super duper lore deep. Is the Warden as difficult as people make it out to be for new players? It's just a lot of memorization. I think somebody else just said that too. Alexander said, yeah, you have to learn and memorize the combos. That's the big thing. There's combos like, do you want to get tank? Do you want to draw aggro? There's combos for that. You want to do a self heal? There's a combo for that. You want to do a group heal? There's a combo for that. You want to do a DPS burst? There's a combo for that. AoE burst? There's a combo for that. Damage over time? There's a combo for that. You want to get a self buff, there's a bubble shield buff, if I remember correctly. You do all sorts of stuff with the Warden, but you do have to learn the combos, and some of them are like 5 buttons, 7 buttons long. It's been a long time since I played one, but I did main one through Moria and Mirkwood. I was the primary Warden for our guild, and I played mine as like a DPS Warden, and it was a lot of fun. I can't do it these days, Dave. My hands can't handle that. They do have a ranger, Felton. That's what I've been playing the last couple of streams. My main is a hunter, ranger slash. It's not a hunter. It's called a ranger. The ranger is probably my favorite class because they get all the teleports to get you around easily. They get a run speed buff. They do lots of DPS. Hunter is Legolas with traps. Yeah, the traps are optional though. I never use them. I'm not too worried about it. Wally West and Soldier over on Twitch talking about the new Amazon MMO. I'm not too stressed. I am a very laid-back person when it comes to my franchises. So we were talking about this today during the stream earlier about Star Wars, because I don't give a shit. Like, I'm a Star Wars fan until the day I die. I will always happily consume anything Star Wars. Same thing with Star Trek. Same thing with Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings. You make something with Lord of the Rings name on it, I will play it, I will watch it, I will buy it, I will read it, I will everything. I'm an equal opportunity consumer. I'm just happy to have more cool shit in my life, you know? So I'm not too stressed about it. It'll probably be, you know, we just don't know yet. We don't know. The last press release I read, they were still trying to figure out the prototype for the game. They had like 5 prototypes they were working on. This has been about a year ago, so who knows if they've settled on a prototype now or not. But they were still trying to figure out what kind of an MMO they wanted it to be. So they were approaching it from the perspective of, we own the IP, we're going to build something around it, but we just don't know quite what it is yet, which is kind of a backwards way to go about it. Which I know is what has made some people paranoid, because the primary objective for Amazon is to leverage the IP for money. So it's always going to be a game that is built for the purpose of generating revenue more than anything else, and that terrifies some people. I don't think they need to be terrified. I think if you look for the good in things, you will find the good in things. But I get people's hesitation, you know. I get it. Doesn't bother me though. I'm just happy to get more Tolkien in my life. It's the same with Rings of Power, you know. It's not my favorite Lord of the Rings thing, but I'm going to watch the shit out of it when it's on, and I'll critique it in the areas where I want to, but I'll still enjoy it overall.
It will be a busy day for all my folk.
Oh, it sounds like a threat, Skorgrim. Run along now, friend. I've no more time for you. It's going to be a busy day for all my folk. I need to spend some trait points, I think, guys. Is there a timetable for the new LotRO, Wally West asks? No. I think if I had to guess, it'll be 5 years out. Now we're about to go spend the points right now, Alexander, because I completely forgot about it. Yes, Mickey Knox. Blue line is the only way to go. for my opinion, for the hunter. All right, we got to spend some points here. Oh, probably red line. I don't want to do blue because I'm not playing with other people. Although, the idea of a mobile caster sounds really good. Ooh, the yellow line might be for me. Is that... When's that coming out, Jam? Is that December? I can't remember when that's coming out. The Riders of Rohirrim film. Hang on, I'm on my phone. Looking stuff up now. December, okay, you beat me to it. Cool. I thought it was December. I couldn't remember exactly. I won't be able to see it in theaters, so I'll just have to wait till it's home media. Well, I kind of think I might want to go with the yellow line. If it's mobile. Let's look at these things. Grants bonus lightning damage. Increases enemy inductions and attack durations. War of the Rohirrim? Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't remember the name of it either, to be honest. I should have had something Rohirrim in it. So it doesn't exactly say that it's mobile like the blue line for hunters. I don't really know. I've not played a Runekeeper since Moria. So I don't remember, not Moria, whenever they came out. Like I remember leveling one up through Moria and into Mirkwood. It's been a long time. It's back when I was still living in Europe. Had to have been. When did they come out? Rohan? Anyway, the other one is fire damage. Let's just try yellow. See what we see. I guess this is the lightning spec. The other one is the flame spec. Ooh, the potency of your writings is not hindered by repetition. Very cool. It's mobile because the lightning spells don't require standing still like the fire ones do. Well, then I made the right choice. Critical defense. Oh, hang on. I gotta check what I got down here. Writ of Lightning. This gives me 3. This gives me 2, 3. What now? Is that like go in reverse? How long does that last for? Let's move the... Okay. Lightning, 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 lightning. Okay. Think that's good. I'm not sure if that's good. We're going to find out later. I haven't played this in so long. Yeah, they use javelins and spears. I love World of Warcraft, Vicky. We're having great fun. Our guild is locked and loaded and ready to go for the War Within. Starting the expansion next Thursday.
Thank goodness you're here.
All of my dwarves are ill since coming here. It's more pressing than Gormer's folly.
All of these
I need you
dwarves
to
are sick,
investigate.
dying.
Okay.
Come and stay a moment. What do you want? Will you stay and speak with me a moment?
Have you seen the Baron?
I'm not bothering to read these quests, guys,
Why
because
do
I've done them
Argus now haunt
hundreds
our
of times
caravans?
over the years.
I would be grateful for your assistance. Greetings, traveler. Will you stay a moment?
All right. I've already got that. Get a different mount. Go ahead and use my food. It's an interesting system for sure, Roboblades, with the combos. I just am old, don't like to use them anymore. Alright, Barghests. You do have to be kind of close for the... Holy shit, that died fast. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm like one-shotting stuff. It's very impressive. You do gotta get close though. Holy smokes, that was quick. Okay. Oh my goodness. Estelda's Frond. Don't remember exactly where these can be. I guess it's all along here. Oh, stop slavering at me, you stupid dogs. After the escape says, think I'm going to play it safe into a champion. I like the champion a lot. I have 2 of them. They are a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Slice and dice is what that is. My brother preferred to play his as a giant. He played a dwarven champion with my minstrel a few years back, and he had a giant 2-handed sword, 2-handed axe, rather than dual wielding. But I've always preferred the dual wield. It's a lot of fun. What are we doing over here? Huh. What is over here that's looking at this? Cave Dwelling Menace. Defeat cave claws? They must already have been killed. I'd say somebody must have been here a few minutes ago and taken care of these. Unless they're inside the cave? I can get the one. I wonder if the ones inside the cave are going to count. I'm going to try. We're going to see. Lightning is always awesome. Main reason I like the Shaman and WoW. Nice. Well, there's none up in here either. These do count. those 4. Are there still RP servers for this game? Yeah, they kind of all went away. I mean, I think there's still a couple that are RP friendly. Like, I think Laurelin is considered a roleplay server, but it's a European server. It's a carryover from the European server days, even though it's hosted in the US, if I'm not mistaken. And that's got a fairly heavy RP population, but it's all top end. And really, honestly, the roleplay in this game, I'm going to criticize it a little bit. It has been a lot of fun the times I've participated in it, but it's rare to find it outside of, you know, what most people consider is like, I'm going to go hang out in Bree and roleplay at the tavern. And that just has never been fun to me. So I've more enjoyed, I've got it on one of my streams from a few years ago. There was one time I was playing with my brother and I was running around doing my own thing. And there was this dwarf I met in Hobbiton, and he was doing something. And I was just running by and he asked something and I stopped and I sort of did a bow to his character and did a little bit of roleplay and chat. And like, hey, you know, crazy to see a dwarf here. What are you doing? You know, and like 2 days later, he sends me a message, like an in-character message through the mail system of how he went out and found these materials and he was wondering if I could use them, if I might need them for crafting. And so that started like this I'm not joking either, like a 3-month correspondence where we were like sending each other shit in the mail, but it was always like in character. Like, yeah, I made him a fishing pole, like he made me food, he would send me hides, I would make him a cloak. You know, it was a really cool little, you know, that stuff does exist, but it's not, I've not found that to be everyday and commonplace. Most people are running around doing their own things at this point, which is natural in a 17-year-old game.